Hello, guys. It's Rob Sachetto, the zombie guy, back with you on a live stream. The second. How about that? The second of this week. Yes, this time it will be drawing as normally. This Wednesday, I had comic talk. We were talking about comics, yeah. So check out the comic talk. Every second Wednesday of the month, I'm going to be doing that. So that's a new live feature we're going to be doing here at the channel, and I invite you to come. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comic business, and yeah, we'll talk about comics, man. I love comics. I'm a huge comic book fan, so yeah. But now switching to today, right now, hey, it's Friday, and it's time for another Rob Zombie Art Apocalypse, and today's victim will be Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yeah. So we'll be doing Raiden today. Now, again, there are a million versions of Raiden, right? So I picked the one that was most. I actually distilled it into the most identifiable version. So this is kind of a distillation of. I used a specific rendering, like a computer generated image of this for the reference, for the pose and everything. I think it's the one I posted earlier, in fact. Yeah, because that was the best one I could find. And that one embodied the most comprehensive Raiden version also. Like, you can tell it's him right away type of thing. So yeah, that's what I wanted to go with for sure, because not only is my first time doing these characters, of course, but zombifying them too. So you want them to retain their, relevance, their pop cultural relevance by making it look like the thing that it should, right? So that's a very careful thing. Like, sometimes you go too far. I see a lot of artists, like people who zombify things, kind of take it to the point where it's like you don't know what they're zombifying because it's too obscured by their style or something. So anyway, yeah. But I invented everything, so whatever. It doesn't bother me. I invented the zombie art. Yeah. But I did invent the zombie portrait. That's true. Back in 2006. Had the idea to do zombie portraits, got a website created by a friend, and literally overnight, you know what? Maybe I should tighten this up a bit first. Yeah, you know what? I started tightening up the hat and face. But, and also, the hat is going to be like the wood version. The one that I think is probably the best, Because, again, in this version, it was the black, like, really weird, like, interior one. I don't know if that was just the artist idea, but I was like, I don't like that at all. So I took that out and I made it look more like the wooden one, So whether it's going to stay like that or not, I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll just go across there. Just check the chat there for a second. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. There. Good. Everything looks good. Just check it for one more second. Yeah, there we go. All right. Good. So I hope you guys had a great week. I hope that just watching right now makes the cap all the sweeter. Cap for the week all the sweeter. Sweater. And as you cruise on into the weekend, hope you got some great plans that become fulfilled, whether it's heading outdoors or traveling somewhere else, or just staying home and taking a home vacation, man. A staycay, as they say, as the kids say, a staycay. Yeah. I got my staycay with my double AK. Yeah, like that's good too, man. That could be just as relaxing. Draw some things while you're relaxing. Now, here's the thing that I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna add this in. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna add it in. Just the sash, a ripped part of the sash. And again, I might even change the rip of it or whatever, but I just wanted to see how that would look. I think that's kind of good. I think that works. Adds a little bit more. I love just adding a little bit more sort of defining details. I don't know if it's going to work for this. I was almost thinking of... Nah, that's way too distracting. So yeah, you can test things out at this stage, right? You're sort of just working it out. Gotta work it out. We'll work it out. Welcome to the show, guys. I hope you've been enjoying the live format that we've been doing here for quite some time. Man, it's been... I think it's been a couple years now that we've been doing the live streams, and I was doing them way more frequently at the beginning when I kind of shouldn't. I think it was overkill, and we kind of toned it back to the weekly because I think that makes more sense. You know, like I draw every day, but you want to see that, right? So, I mean, you know, if you miss a live, check out the rerun. You know, check out the taped, the recorded version for, you know, the art tips and all that stuff, and the jokes. Always with the jokes. Yeah. So also, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but also, and that's why I think this sash thing works. His arm in the reference thing was down, like kind of almost the way that sash is, and I'm still not convinced that sash is gonna work. But yeah, his arm was down, and you couldn't see his hand. Or if you put his hand in, it would look awkward. So instead, I actually used that famous grappling sort of hand, you know, like he's gonna throw something, you know, throw like a bolt at you or whatever. He's got it, he's prepping it. And I thought that was way more effective than the original. Sorry, whoever did the original, but like the original computer generated, you know, thing. I just thought this worked better, especially for the tone where it's like they're all going to be cut off at the kind of waist, so you get to see a huge upper body. You get to see a more detailed upper body. So yeah, like that was part of the consideration too in putting that arm like that, like, you know, kind of, yeah, like he's about to, like, you know, yeah. So yeah, and the other hand is crackling the electricity. You know, it's all, you know, it's that one's ready to go. You know, he's ready to toss it. So yeah, you give yourself reasons for the thing, like what the thing does, right? What you know what the character does. You got to give him a reason, right? Have a backstory. You know. You'll draw that character so much better, man. Yeah. Yeah. Even like small peripheral characters that don't matter, you know, in the grand scheme of things, like to draw them better, just give them a little backstory, man. Yeah, I don't like that sash. I don't like the way I drew it. I drawed it. You know what? It's one of those anti-magnetic things that you find yourself, you find yourself stuck in where you can't draw it on the page, but you could draw it on another page that's on top of that without the weird like the things that pull your eye the wrong way. That's me anyway. Like I find it hard to draw in this without like doing it on another piece of paper, and then putting it in on the light table. Yeah, tracing it. Yeah. You know, that's how I'm the computer man. That's the computer generated extent of what I do. You know, artistically. Yeah. Is blank enough? No. Oh, what about this? Lined paper. Yeah, it's much thinner. Thinner, eh? Yes. What was I even doing now? Oh yeah, the sash. Oh yeah, the sash. Did I see enough through that? How about? Nah. How about? That work? Yeah, it could. Yeah. Yeah, I think it could. So I'm gonna. Bring it over to the lay table there. It'll probably disappear around there. Yeah. Just want to give it a good dark, so I can see through better. Butter. Is that gonna work? We'll see. Oh, I'm right behind my head there. Sorry, guys. Gonna see if this sash works. On the light table. Be right back. You'll probably see my butt. Maybe, I don't know. Just gonna do. It'll be quick. It'll be lickety split. Just gotta turn the light table on and fire that up. I might not even do it. I don't know. Does it look good? Okay, I'll just put it in and we'll see. Oh, okay, of course my lead runs out. My graphite. Probably an omen. It's a bad idea. You know, it looks kind of good. I'll let it sit there for a bit and then I'll look at it again and make my decision. But it looks kind of dynamic, I think. Yeah. That sash there, that ripped sash. So I wanted to put something there, to add to its thickness. You know what I mean? To its stature, to show lots of cool elements, drapery and metallic things and electricity and zombification and stuff. Like, so there's so many cool textures, that you want to kind of do. So the sash is one of those things, right? But you know what? I like this better than I like that. Yeah. Like, I don't like this rough look for this for some reason. Yeah, oh, and this is a sash thing too, I think. Well, you know what? Even if it isn't, and I don't think it is, then I'll leave it in there. Yeah, that's good. I really like that, yeah. Let's just check the chat. Check the Shah. There, okay. Guys, it is the zombie guy, Rob Succhetto. That's me. We're in my studio. Drawing Raiden from Mortal Kombat as a zombie. That's why they call me the zombie guy. That's why I'm the zombie guy. I do zombie drawings of everything. I zombify everything. Comic book characters, cryptids, dinosaurs, Hello Kitty, cartoon characters, video game characters, horror movie characters, Lego minifigs, Muppets. Yeah, you name it, man. You name it. So, to prove that I am the most prolific zombie artist on Earth, check out Zombie Daily. The link is in the description below. And how I prove that is I post a new zombie drawing and or painting to the page every single day. I've been doing so since 2008. Were you even born then? Yeah, man. So, if you want to see the work of an insane man, because would a sane man do this? Yes, check out Zombie Daily. New zombie drawings. From Pokemon to pinups, every single day, and with bonus posts, yeah, bonus posts, man. That wasn't if it wasn't enough, yeah. Some of my just regular art, will show up in there too, but those are considered bonus posts because they're not zombie related. So they're just regular art, like pet. I might throw a pet portrait on there, type of thing. If I really like it, or like a nature drawing or something. Yeah. But those don't happen often. But yeah, I'll put them on Zombie Daily as a bonus post. Even videos that I do on Facebook that I post on there are bonus posts. So yeah, it's free to join. Subscribe to the channel if you want to throw in $2 a month. The proceeds from my Patreon go to more art supplies to draw more zombies for Zombie Daily for you to check out every day, man. It's a golden cycle of undeath. Yeah, man. So if you have the ways and means, and you'd like to support the arts is, man, after a few 18 years, it gets pretty pricey, man. The art, like, to create art with like traditional materials, yeah, man, it's pretty it can get pretty pricey to do that for that long, man. So yeah, anything you can do, that's how Zombie Daily runs, basically. So yeah, it runs on your generosity and your interest, so. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. If you haven't done so already, it would be absolutely amazing if you could. And I would really, really, really love you for it. Really love you for it. It's true. I'd be honored to have you, check out the channel more often and put it in a little spot where you can see the updates and all that stuff. I'm doing quick zombie movie reviews, man. Check that out. I think you'll get a kick out of that on the regular channel, on the video, just the regular video channel on the channel here. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. Been watching a lot of zombie movies lately, man. Lots of zombie movies, and I got a lot of stuff to say about them. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, please do check that out. And guys, if you hadn't noticed these super cool stickers beside me here, these are so awesome. Based on my art, even the lettering, Rot World. These stickers are so awesome, man. Oh my goodness. And you find these at sixshop.ca. Trading cards have exploded, and we're down to very few packs now. I'm blown away at like what the reception is for them right out of the gate, and yeah, they're going like hotcakes. And after those are done, I guess like that's the end of that. I don't know how the whole card thing works, but like after these are gone, these super rare ones or the first run or whatever, they won't be revisited or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know the details, but check out sixshop.ca and order some cards, man, because it's gonna work into a giant galaxy spanning world, like the lore of which you've never seen, man. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy what's about to happen with the with Raw World, man. So check it out. Check it out. Get on the ground floor, guys. It's good for you, man. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. I think we're pretty much done with. Now I've added a couple more little belt things. Like that's supposed to be a sash, but I made it into a belt, and I'm gonna use this as the sash up here. Yeah, that makes more sense. There we go. There. All right, so I think that's pretty much. Done. Like worked out. I think it's pretty much worked out. Yeah. Yeah, and he's got this medallion. You know what someone said in the comments the other day? Oh my goodness, I laughed my head off like crazy. They said, you sound like what a mug of root beer should sound like. Oh my goodness. That was like the funniest. I think that was that might have been. I might be paraphrasing, but I think that's almost word for word. But oh my goodness, did I ever laugh out loud? I laughed out loud, then laughed and laughed and laughed again. Then I told a friend. Oh my goodness, that was. Thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. Thank you very much. With the coffee. Yeah, I think that sash is growing on me. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm keeping my baby. What? Where did that come from? That must have just popped out from somewhere. Piece of rubber burr. There. Yeah. I love those hands. Hands. Yeah, those hands are. I love that. You know what? The arm down would have been not good. I like that. I like that orientation. And he does have that. Like this hand's a bit lower than this one too. So, you know, that also makes sense with his sort of stance. You know, it's not super harsh. The stance isn't like super crazy. But it's just his his shoulders. This one's coming closer, right? So yeah, It's a bit higher. Yeah, and I like the tattered areas. I think those are good. Yeah, and I like the way the rest of his costume comes out, and has those nice long shadows on the fabric there. You know. Yeah. Yeah. There, I think that's good, man. I think that's good. Mortal Kombat! Mortal Wombat! What? Yeah, I'm just gonna add some kind of. There. Yeah, there. Good. 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 Yeah, I think that works. I think that works for now. And I'm gonna even more make it ghoulish by I want the obviously this long shadow from this, you know. So it's gonna kind of be off center a little bit, just like this. Yeah. And then dark, really dark under the hat. What do they call that thing? What do they call that thing? What do they call that thing? What do they call those the hat that Raiden's wearing? Can't remember now. I can't remember now. Can't remember now. There, I don't know what emblem was on there, but I just kind of made up something. Yeah. Yeah. There. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. How many times have I said that now? 12 times, maybe? 12ing times? Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it, and I think it's time for the first whatchamacallit, wash. The gray wash. Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks cool. I think that looks cool. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Time for the first wash now. I planned this, so I have the gray already mixed, as you saw previously when I started doing it when I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. I'm a shouldn't have. I jumped the gun. Mother Superior jumped the gun. I shouldn't do that, man. I don't want to get quiet. Don't want to get sued. I don't know. I guess you can't even but then I don't understand how people do covers. Like, you find covers of people just jamming out in their basement of Kashmir and like Zeppelin and all kinds of like covers and stuff, and so how do they get away, how do they get around that? I don't understand. I don't understand. But no, it's true. Like, because yeah, I hear like some awful stories about people getting their like channels, you know, destroyed by record labels and stuff. Anywho, yeah, I don't know enough about it to maybe talk about it, but just wonder how all of that copyright stuff kind of works. It's like postage. You know what? That still mystifies me. And even like every post office I've gone to, like I'm usually a regular at because I deliver or I send out rather a lot of packages, right? So I personally go do that. And so even even the people at the post office like are bewildered by how things are priced, you know, and yeah, and shipping companies. Like I had a zombie portrait customer once from the UK get me to do multiple zombie portraits of him. Like he was already in like really good zombie makeup, and he just wanted me to do, you know, maybe add a bit more, but whatever, like, you know, just do those. And he was posed around his town, I guess. From what I'm assuming, a zombie walk, I think, or maybe he just did it on his own, but whatever. So he wanted me to do, I think there was 3 or 4, but he wanted them really big, like 16 by 20 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, cool. You know, did them, and I said, so how would you like me to send them? Or no, I actually didn't even ask him because I would have just done it Canada Post. He specifically said, can you send them? What's the shipping company? FedEx, Federal Express, FedEx. So there was a FedEx out in an area of town that I don't normally go to, but I went there, and they're like, yeah, it's I go, no rush, but tracking, and then, you know, if it doesn't get to the person or if something happens, it comes back to me. Same rigmarole, you know, same thing I've done a billion times. And yeah, the guy goes, that's $132 or something, and I'm like, okay. I go, sorry, I probably didn't explain it correctly. I said, I'm not in any hurry. He goes, yeah. I go, because he was like a driver guy, and I'm like, I'm sorry, can I just talk to someone in the back there? I hate to be like this, but I just find that price like absurd. And he goes, yeah, it is. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, yeah, that's the price. And I'm like, oh my God. So since I'm out there in that area, I go to Pure Later, which is close by, not close, but relatively the way home where I was going back. So like, there's no way I'm like spending that much to send it this way. So then I go to Pure Later, and it's slightly cheaper. I think it was like $119 or $18. But I'm still like, what the hell? So I end up telling him, like, yeah, my brother, it's it's gonna cost this at FedEx. But I go, I'm sure it's not gonna be much more than $20 Canada Post with tracking. Or I said maybe at the most 34, because I think that's what it was, because I think it was 34, 36 is what I usually would spend on something like that. So apparently it was 34. I remember that now. So I said, yeah, like with this, with tracking, $34. So he's like, oh, okay, you know, go with that then. But I'm like, how does Canada Post do that and like a shipping company have that price? Like, that's mind bending, you know? Like, why is there such a difference? Like, I don't get that, you know? It's crazy. And then, yeah, so many other things too. like, oh, if you buy something, if you spend more than $70 at a store somewhere like in Toronto or whatever, your shipping's free. So I'm ordering like 20 by 30 sheets of paper, like, maybe 50 of those, and then a bunch of other stuff. So they put them all in the same box. But the box is gigantic and it's pretty heavy. And I'm like, what would this cost to ship? Like $100 more? But how is shipping free if you're only spending $70? And that's what their cutoff is. Like that's when they go anything over $70 is you get free shipping. So I'm like, how on earth does that work? It doesn't mathematically make sense. So yeah, stuff like that. Shipping things just don't make sense to me. There, that is the rambling of an old man. There you go, free of charge. Free of charge. Just subscribe to the channel. Yeah. How we doing? How we doing out there? How we doing out there? Alright, so we're almost finished the first wash on Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Adding the dinge. Oh, I hate that noise. Adding the dinge to the colors that we're going to put on top momentarily. I can almost do that now, man. It's like, well, I should let it dry. Yeah, let it dry a little bit. And in the meantime, I always have something on the go. In the meantime, that's going to be the zombie ant man. Not zombie Ant-Man, but zombie ant, man. 70s. Circa 70s speak. Now, yeah, I've been loving this zombie insect series. It's been a fun one. Learned about some new insects I didn't know about before. Always learning. Yeah, and so yeah, it's been really fun. And there's a lot of things you can do with insects too. So, it's lots of crazy zombie characteristics you can add to insects. Like that face is obviously more human than ant, but it's in an ant shape. And then he's got like ribs. Hey, maybe I am root beer. Oh man, you know what? I had to give up. Like I gave up. I didn't give up sugar. I just I don't drink pop, like even diet stuff. I'm not anything like straight edge, but I gave up like fast food, cut the chocolate wire, all of that, and yeah. Not that it's like done me any favors weight wise, but yeah, I really wanted to exercise all of that built up sugar that I've had. Like, and man, there was a time where I was off the rails, man. Like I was eating so much salt and sugar stuff. That was really bad, man. Yeah. Didn't think of the cost. Yeah, didn't think of the cost. But yeah, I had to change my ways. So no fast food, man. No fast food. Like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, any of that kind of stuff. Barely any restaurant food of any kind. I think I had wings this year at gift certificate or like a gift card. Yeah, so I'm like, hey, let's go and so we had wings. But I mean, again, that's like, and maybe I had sushi. Maybe I had sushi this year too. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but yeah. So again, cut all that out. Smoking, I cut that out a couple years ago. Boy, yeah, just trying to do all the right things, So yeah, sometimes it's hard. You get like mad cravings for things, you know. Yeah. These protrusions almost look like toenails. Yeah. Yeah, like gnarly old toenails. This toe or ant foot looks like a croissant. Croissant. There. Yeah, sometimes I go to the grocery store and like look at the content of things, like the sodium, fat, whatever content. I'm like, what the? Like it's like mind blowing. So I stay far away from that kind of stuff too. So it got to the point where it's like your options of what to buy yourself are getting slimmer and slimmer, man. You know. So yeah, I used to love those chicken things that are filled with the broccoli and cheese. You know, yeah, yeah, those were good. Those were good. Good times. Yeah. What's going on? All right. There. What's going on? I think I can start raiding again. Yeah. Get back to the ant later. Dead ant, dead ant, dead ant, dead ant, dead ant, dead ant, dead ant. And then there's this guy, the millipede. Spider-Man. The millipede. And then there's this guy, the stink bug. Stink bug. Yeah, the stink bug. So got these guys done last night. Well, not done, but started, obviously, right? Then the... Oh, yeah. Over here. Oh, yeah. Over here. The, what do you call it? Silverfish. Silverfish. Yeah. Silverfish zombie. Yeah, he's on your bathroom floor right now. Zit, 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 zit. Zit, 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 zit. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. I hit my mic. There. Yeah, so working on the insects, man. Getting that series filled out. There's so many insects, right? There's so many insects that you can do, like even within their own like species or phylum or whatever, you know. Like there's billions of types of dragonflies, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see how that looks for the hound. You guys see it? Okay. Hound. Well, it's a little dark, but I'm gonna fix that. Because when you go dark, you can't. There's nowhere. You can't go backwards. You know. Well, you can, but you know you need a different medium for that, and that's what I do, right? Like sometimes it's using a different medium on top. And again, I'm not the only person who does that. You know, so many people use mixed medium. Like dry on wet or wet on dry. No, you can't really do dry on wet. Wet on dry, dry on dry. You know, all of those types of scenarios of materials on surfaces. You know what I mean? So yeah. Dry on dry, wet on dry, dry on wet dry. Raiden. I've become omnipotent. I've become omnipotent. I've become impotent. I mean, omnipotent. I mean, yes. Yeah. How about that? And he's got the deadite. He's got the sort of deadite look. You know? Yeah. How about that? That looks good. I think that looks good. Put those sort of grayer patches there. They're sort of gray blue. Gray blue. They're sort of a cool gray. I know that it's time for a cool gray. Get him! Seize him! Destroy him! I just sang 30 seconds of the... Ooh, mushroom cloud. Mushroom cloud. Oh yeah, and that belt is sort of brownish. That belt is kind of brownish. Brown with the gray. Gray brown. Gray brown. There. Uh-huh. And then, you get the medallion. The medallion. And then and I'll just sort of, then later on I'll use the probably whiteout pen to do the little belt buckle, like the little notches. Buenas noches. The buenos noches. Buenos noches. Buenos noches, amigo. Hello, my good friend. Cinco de Mayo. Next Tuesday. No, next Wednesday. Free drawing. Whoever guesses where that's from, who sang that or who performed that. No, it is Tuesday. Cinco de Mayo. It's next Tuesday. Yeah. Doo doo doo. Oh my goodness. Doo doo doo. Yeah. Doo doo. I'm gonna listen to that right now. Douche. Right in the back of the neck. Right at the dock of the bay. Okay, so so we're adding some blue in there. And we're gonna try to keep it on the cool side, I think. But his hat is gonna be, the top of his hat is gonna be the sort of brown, the light brown, color that the real ones are made from, I guess, like straw or whatever. Yeah. I think. It must be. So let's see how that works. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Okay, that's all. I can't do any more. Yeah, I don't own the rights to that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. That lighter color there, and then even on the flanks of it. Yeah. And that goes off like that. I like that. Okay, good. Alright, so I probably do his teeth like that too. His teeth. His tubes. He's got tubes. You mean teeths? Yes. Exactly what I mean. There. What was I gonna... Oh yeah, coffee. Whoosh. What was I gonna... Oh, yes. Oh, was a good one. A little bit of brown in that belt, I think. A little bit more brown in that belt. Yeah, make it earthier. Make it. Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, worn in, old. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And now, ooh, where'd that yellow come from? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna have to deflate that. Oh boy, there's some yellow in that. There was some yellow in that there brush hiding in the fibers. Lingers, man, lingers. Yeah, there. Sometimes that'll happen, and you'll be like, "What? Where did that come from?" It'll be sitting in there, you know, sitting in there waiting. Yeah, so I want to put a lot of dirt on him, like he's come from the grave, you know. I think with these, like the storyline I've got in mind for this is that you know, it's an evil curse that awakens them, and you know, uses them for evil, man, you know. And yeah, it's a curse based um, zombification. So they're not like mutating or anything like that. They're just like, they're zombified. They've come from the grave, and their bodies are being used, and their powers are being used for, you know, evil purposes. So the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles have to come in and save the day. Yeah. They go back in time and recruit the real people from Mortal Kombat. I brought my own mic. Yeah. Some of the stuff is not hard to write, man. Why don't you write something then, Rob, you stupid? First of all, thank you. Secondly, I have. In fact, I wrote the zombie handbook and illustrated the zombie handbook, and many pages of my Cape Fear comic and graphic novel, rather. So yeah, man, I've been known to do the right. I don't call myself a writer, but yeah, I wrote some stuff, man. You know, I've wrote some things, and you know what, man? Like, if you pick up Cape Fear somewhere, if you see me at a con, or you go to my print shop, my online print shop, he sounds nervous. If you go to my print shop, you'll find it there. You'll find copies you can purchase there if you'd like, and I'll send you one. I'll send you one through the mystical art of the Postal Service. Yeah, through the mystical portal. Yeah. No one understands it. It just does things, and we pay stuff for it. Yeah. No one ever knew. Okay, so now we can put darker in there. We can put dark Parker in there. Parker! Parker! The J. Jonah Jameson from the 70s Spider-Man cartoon was the best. Oh man, how that guy like was able to maintain that level of like insane timber or pace or like I don't know. That was like Parker. Like what? That couldn't have been what's his name from Bugs Bunny. No, no, he might have been. He might have passed away by then. Oh, maybe not. No, that's not him. That's definitely not him. No, they couldn't afford him. They couldn't afford him for sure. Yeah, you know who I'm thinking about. The guy who did Bugs Bunny and like a billion other like even sci-fi things. I think he did some voices for some robot. Was it? Was it? Was it that little robot with the bowl cut from Buck Rogers? I think it was Buck Rogers. Yeah, there's a robot on there, and I think he did the voice for that too. The guy who did Bugs Bunny. Yeah. There, I think that's pretty good. What do you think, guys? I like that. I think it's pretty well thought out, and I mean, if I go another wee bit on it, I can take it closer to a complete painting. But that's not what I do. I like inking the thing, you know. So like an illustration or a comic book type of thing, if you want, or a poppy illustration, more or less, So let me give it one more sort of once over. Well, might as well because we're here and we're queer, and we don't want any more bears. There's my aspiring Pride Month message. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, that's not good there. I don't like that either. Yeah. Need some gray, like cold, calculating gray. Dead gray. Yeah. Yeah, dead gray. Like yes. Death gray. I'll shoot you with my death gray. Death ray. I've always thought that was hilarious. Death ray. It just causes death. It serves no other purpose. Yeah. Shoot it at a wall does nothing. You know? Wall's dead. Wall's not doing anything, right? Yeah. It's a death ray. Plant? Yeah, killed. You know? Toaster might go off from the warmth of the ray. I don't know, but okay. Just checking the chat there. Check the chat. Okay, and then more of that dead gray. Right on. Good. 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 Maybe for the bottoms of the yeah, because there's what do you call it, energy in his hands there. So I don't know how much I'm gonna play up on that, but we'll see. On the energy in his hands, we'll see. Like to make it super multimedia, I might just take it into Photoshop and put like a glowing eraser ball there, like with the eraser tool, and like just put a ball there or something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Well, you know what? There it is. I think I can even start inking it now. Yes. Yes, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. But it's true talk. It's true words. I'm going to start with the fine and work up to the thick holding lines. I'll be adding later, laster. Yeah, I like the more sort of organic hat that he has. So that's the one I used. Which again, from this reference, it was not the hat that he had with this reference material that I used. He had he had a black one, and it had all kinds of, like I said, it had all kinds of crazy stuff inside going on. And I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's the artist's idea of what's under there or what, but I wasn't going to risk it. So, yeah, I just made it this hat. And I like this better anyway. Like, I like this, the straw sort of hat better. And he's got stuff hanging off of him there. Yeah, yeah. So, guys, I'm the zombie guy, Rob Sachetto, the zombie guy, who sounds like a mug of root beer. I am coming to you from my studio live. They call me the zombie guy because I invented zombie portraits. I wrote and illustrated the zombie handbook. And have drawn more zombies than anyone else on this planet. And to prove that, I've got Zombie Daily to back me up. I got backup. I got the backup. And check out Zombie Daily for new zombie art posted. That's right, daily, every single day. And I've been doing that since 2008. I've been doing zombie portraits since 2006. So, and the zombie portraits aren't even on that page. Zombie portraits are more like, personal. Like I might use one to just show people a zombie portrait, but most of the posts there are just content for you to check out and go, oh, that's cool. That's what so-and-so would look like as a zombie, or a unicorn or a Pokemon character or any number of a million things, like a stereo boombox, man. Yeah, and it's all illustrated in traditional materials. So if that wasn't enough, yeah, it's pop culture, zombies, and art all rolled up into one place. What's not to like, man? It's fun. Yeah. Yeah. So when you support Zombie Daily on the Patreon page, link is in the description below. If you'd like to support that page with a $2 a month donation, all the proceeds go to buying more art supplies so I can do more and crazier art for Zombie Daily for you guys to check out. So, yeah, and I'd like to get into a thing too where I'm doing material reviews. So it might help folks out there who are either budding artists or already artists and would just like to see what maybe how a product works on a surface or whatever, and the longevity of it, usually, and things of that nature. I'm going to be doing reviews of those things, and that'll just help, I think, artists to maybe avoid getting pens or something that are crap, because Lord knows I've tested a lot of them, because I start at the bottom. Like, I try to get the most out of every dollar for the Patreon page, the Zombie Daily page. So yeah, man, I really like. I start at the dollar store first, and then go to like Staples and then Michaels type of thing. So yeah, where there's real art supplies instead of stationery supplies. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this looks. I really like this. This looks really good. You see that, guys? Get a little closer. I just don't want to get too close, so when I move it, it gets totally out of the frame. You know. Still a little damp there, so I'm gonna ditch doing the face for now and start on something else. Yeah, like I mean, I could have let this dry for another 10 minutes, but I love I love the speed at which I do things. Uh, like it keeps that artwork cohesive. Um, going like doing these within a few days is all good. You're still working on the same. You're working on the same, basically in the same time frame. You know what I mean? But like a drawing like this, and I'm getting all done at once. I rarely do that, right? But it's great because I get to fully finish it without any kind of break or anything like that. So yeah, it's a very much time capsule of that moment. Every piece of art is, but like something that you can sort of turn to and say like, oh yeah, okay, so that took me 3 hours, and you know that a drawing like that takes you that long. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like another great sort of learning experience. And if you tell someone, oh, I should have this done by a certain time, you kind of know, because you know what that would kind of take, right? So timing. Yeah, one thing that I love about my process is that it's very economical. Like, for a process that is like by hand and traditional, uh, the work is complete. It can be completed very quickly. You know. Yeah. Not as fast as maybe a computer generated sort of thing, but or maybe I don't know. You know what? Sometimes like I remember. I don't know if this is still a thing, but I remember a long time ago when people were doing computer coloring. It seemed like it took them way longer than it would take me to do a watercolor illustration. And it baffled me. And I was like, what? I thought it was supposed to be like super way faster. It probably is. That's got to be now. But I remember in the beginning, like when computer generated art was starting to become a thing, like especially in comics and stuff, where you'd see that slick art, like that slick, and it was awful. Like it's been super super refined since, obviously, but you'd look at that and go, wow, like that takes a long time. Like, oh, that's awful. The time too. It's probably way faster now. I would imagine. I just really don't know how comics are made anymore. Like I know how I do it, but I don't know how comics are kind of made by people, like not like manufactured, but like um, drawn and stuff. Like if most of it is just computer generated now, or if there's anyone that does like hand illustrated stuff? Well, I know that there are, but like what's the ratio? You know, be interesting to find out. I'm curious because it blew my mind when Brian Boland said that he used like he does everything on a tablet now, and I'm like, wow, that's so weird, Brian Boland, you know. But you can kind of tell his art looks kind of more stiff, I find. You know, I hate to say that of his work, but like it kind of does. Like I look at some of his stuff now. He did a bunch of Batman covers and like alt covers, and I was like, oh, like that looks really computer generated. Like it's his style, but with such a rigid application, it's awful. I find it's too much. Like it's too rigid. You know, for me, man, for me, you know. Yeah, we're just whizzing through this. Whiz. Just whizzing through Raiden here. Yeah, and I like this. I like this one too. I think this is great. I think he looks good. I understated the severity of the zombification, so it's like he's more skull-like a bit. I think that gray will work, but you know what? Maybe I'll just add a wee bit of this before I finish the inking. Yeah, and then yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, okay, there, okay, yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah, you know what? That is better because now when I put the glow, there'll be enough dark surface to have that work. So yes, that's good. But I'll get back to inking that in a bit. Now I'm gonna have to switch because that's wet now, wetto, and get back to this where his arm is super foreshortened. I love that though. I think that's great. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell underneath, like the darkness from the what do you call it? Where the bands are, where the sort of sash ribbons are there around his arms. But I'm gonna add these little nice details in there. Oh, I love that right there. Oh, I love that in there. That part in right oof there. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I think that looks good. I think that looks good, boss. Hope you guys had a great week. It's Friday night and it's time for another riveting, explosive episode of In the Studio with Rob Sachetto, the Zombie Guy. Hi, it's me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Rob Sachetto, the Zombie Guy, and I zombify everything. That's that thing that I do on this planet here that we have. And I like doing it too. I love doing it. I've been doing it for 20 years. 20 years. It's Zombie Portraits 20-year anniversary this year. 2026 started in '06, way back, where time and everything was different. Time and the world was a different place. But through it all, I continued doing zombie portraits and zombie daily, regardless of what was happening around me, and continue to enjoy it and bring that joy to other people who enjoy pop culture, you know, zombie culture, zombie movies, zombie art, and all of those great things, traditional art as well. I wanted to put all of those things together and entertain folks with the literal infinite amount of zombie drawings or things you can zombify in this universe. So when I say it never ends, it never ends. It never ends. It's true. Take, for example, right now I'm doing a bunch of movie reviews on the video part of this channel, and one of them or two of them are up, and you should really check them out. And yeah, it's not going to be a top 5. It's not going to be a top 10 bad worst or top 10 best. Or I am just going to review zombie movies. There are an endless supply of zombie movies, man, and I'm going to mix and match. Each episode, I'm going to do like 5 or 6. No, I don't think any less than 3. But the last ones I think I did 5 or 6 of each at each episode, and it's great. So I kind of whiz through them and talk briefly about them, either to stay away or to watch, or watch at your own risk. I give you my opinions on zombie movies in general, and my favorite zombie movies. Like, it's endless, man. It's endless. Like, there's so many, out there. So you can't just do like your top 5 whatever. That's bullshit, Mr. Han, man. Yeah, like that doesn't offer you much room, right, to explore. So I just do zombie movie reviews, and specifically zombie movie reviews. I did do a one-off, I think. Maybe I'll do another one if it warrants it, but like almost zombie movies. So yeah, there's that too. And that might be another. There might be another episode of that coming up. Yeah. So haven't shot it yet, but I might do it, because there are a few zombie adjacent movies that are pretty close to being zombie movies, but aren't. Yeah. Like a lot of those body snatcher type movies are theoretically, not they're not the standard zombie movie with flesh-eating ghouls, but they're mind controlled, and sometimes like even after dying, they're still animated, in some of those things, in some iterations, right? So yeah, there's movies like that are kind of zombie, and I'm gonna do those too. There, that's looking good. Looking really, really good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I like it. Yeah. Sash. There. Oh, I'm gonna check the chat. Forgot about that. Forgot about that. Gotta check the chat. Oh, hey, Philip Gandy, how's it going, man? Like the picture. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow. Just started to get the views going. That's great, man. Thanks for stopping in, Philip. Really appreciate you coming aboard and checking out and reaching out and the kind words, man. Thank you very much. Nice to have you on, man. Yeah, I hope you had a great week. I hope everyone had a great week and is now settling down uh, for the weekend or prepping up for the weekend, depending on what you have planned or what you are not planning to do. Yeah, sometimes weekends are good for staycations, man. Staycations. That's a staycation. There. Raiden. 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 Yeah. Some nice curvilinear lines in there to identify the fabric folds. Love that. Love the opportunity for that. Yeah. Yeah. It makes it great. It makes it great. It makes it good. Adds to the, you know what, adds to the characterization of the character, right? So I mean, for me, that's why I add in the details. I put in the details. I like that. I'm a George Perez guy, John Byrne guy, Neil Adams guy, like that kind of guy who likes putting in those details. So comic book artist wise, those are the kind of guys I grew up with. You know, and obviously passively learning from, right? So yeah, you just sort of take in their sort of styles and add your own ingredients and your own pace and all that kind of stuff to it. But liking that kind of presentation in the art, like having that requisite amount of detail and rendering and things like that, you know. But mind you, I do love many other styles too. Like, the fact that I'm doing this does not mean like this is all I'm fixated on. I really, really appreciate and adore other artists' styles and think like just artistic vocabulary. Um, Individuals, and they don't have to be Mike Mignola, but they are like Mike's in there. Mike Mignola's in there for sure. A visual style, like stylist, remarkable beyond compare, and many others, man, many others too. Um, and again, like you've got guys like Alex Ross and Dan Panosian and Dave Stevens and like so many like amazing artists out there that you sort of like when you look at comics and magazines like of old and you see some of that work, it leaves that indelible print up in there because you were so blown away by it, right? And or enjoyed it on a regular basis. When I was a kid, man, like I even said this to on a tweet today that somebody had posted Fantastic Four, Burn Fantastic Four, and I said, man, I love that era so much. Like I would get so excited to pick up the Fantastic Four and Alpha Flight at that time, because Byrne was doing both, right? And oh man, that was awesome. And I think Saga of Swamp Thing was around that time too. And I was picking that up too, which was just astonishing. Like the art, like that's the closest thing to real horror art I've ever seen, man. Like it actually looked scary, creepy, and effortlessly so, not like forced, you know. But like just, oh man, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant work. Stephen Bissett and Al Toddleben, then Alan Moore writing, right? So, yeah, just. But hey, man, you know what? I do more of this comic talk on. Gonna be doing that Wednesdays, every second Wednesday of the month. So if you guys want to check that out, I just did one Wednesday. If you want to check it out in the live stream videos here, that was Wednesday, and had a ball doing that. That was fun. Alan from Alan's Cozy Comic Corner stopped in, and we chatted for a while. So that was great too, having a comic book store owner, come on the chat and add his perspective of things. Yeah, it's great. I love that, man. Yeah, and not Scorpion. So Scorpion. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Scorpion, man, I think that is my favorite video game character I've ever done. It looks so good. It does so look good, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I can't wait to post it and show you guys. I really love how it turned out. I mean, you can see it pretty much in the live stream, like at the end of the live stream, but I think I might have added like a couple more little things here and there, and then some highlights and stuff. But anyway, the end result is I'm really happy with it, and it looks awesome. Yeah. So I hope this one matches that. Like I really do. I hope this one, sort of fits the series that I'm doing for the Mortal Kombat characters. I want them to kind of all have the same feel. Yeah, but the Scorpion one, surprisingly turned out super, super great. So yeah, I was really happy with it. But check out Zombie Daily. It'll be on there soon, and I'll announce it on all of my socials. I am now on Instagram too, and I believe the link is in the description below. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm a new baby on Instagram. So I don't have a ton of stuff. I have maybe 30 things up there. Got some reels. I got some. Oh boy, what else? Oh, little sets of things, like little sets of dinosaur art. Like all dinosaurs are all like, I think today I posted these medieval guys that are really cool. Like it's full body medieval warriors, but they're covered in gore. They're zombies and they're like just covered in gore, but they're black and white. And I always thought I could just put like that black and white line on a red T-shirt. That would look so awesome, man. Yeah. So maybe I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Because they're just gore. Like it's just all gore. Al Gore. Yeah, no, it's just all gore. Like they're all covered in gore because they've battled and they're all dead and everything and. Yeah, so it's great for a red T-shirt. You just see the black image on there, the black line image on there. Yeah. Stay tuned for more shirt talk. Yeah. And it's no accident that the sash kind of looks like a hand. What's with my voice? I gotta get some coffee in there. Gotta get some coffee inside. Oh, I'm running out of coffee. Help me. There. some. I'm gonna add some red viscous fluid that shall be unnamed. You see? Okay. Can you see? There. And so this is real cross hatching. Cross hatch. And then more hatching. No, it's hatching. Yeah, I hear there's a epidemic of screwworm larva infestation in cattle in the States, eh? Yeah, that's nasty bit of work there, man. It's like the bot fly. In fact, and I just posted I think I just posted the botfly zombie on. That's what triggered me. My thoughts there. The botfly zombie. I think I just posted the other day, which is really cool. But yeah, there's a bot, like sort of a botfly type epidemic in the States that could get worse for the cattle industry there. So that's awful, man. I just heard about that, and that's not why I posted that botfly zombie. That's just kind of coinkydink. I think I just heard about that today. Yeah. So, but what they do is they they lay their eggs on your skin, and they burrow in, and you can't really feel it at first, but then when the larvae activate, they begin to devour your flesh. Yeah, eat you literally alive, right? So it's awful, and then obviously that's a thing for cattle. It's awful thing for cattle, right? The meat is completely spoiled, yada yada yada. There's so many problems arising from that, right? So, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. There. Yeah. I really like this. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I'm glad that I like it, and I'm not like, it's okay. Although I'm not finished. Anything could happen. Anything could happen at this point. Nah. Nah. I'm gonna do this kind of thing in the hat to promote the texture while adding the directional surface lines. I don't know if anyone uses that terminology, by the way, so yeah, don't quote me on anything I say, because I call these directional surface lines, but you're also like filling in the area with like dark, but you're doing it in a way that goes along with the surface of that, like in this case, the hat. So the inside of the hat. So yeah, they're directional surface lines, man. Yeah, don't use that with don't use that with in an art class, because your art teacher will go like, "What? Where you get that crap from?" Yeah. It does not exist, I don't think, in the vocabulary of artists, man. Just me. I made up a word. I made up a phrase. Yeah. Directional. Directional surface lines. Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, there we go. That's great. I like that. A little darker under there. That sash is, and the rest of that arm is tucked away. Arm is tucked away. Yeah, very zombie-ish. It's so zombie-ish. Stop being so zombie-ish. Yeah, man. All right. I think it's pretty good. I think it's going in the right direction. I think it's going in the right direction. Yeah. And then I'm gonna finish up that hat. But yes, I do believe that the one thing that it does need is the thick holding line. Yes. We're gonna add that next. Coming up next, the stakes have never been higher. The snakes have never been higher. There. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta. It definitely is in need of darker areas, bolder areas, because it feels rather flat right now. Like, it's not jumping. It's not jumping off the page. It's well rendered, but it's not popping, man. It ain't popping. Gotta get that pop up in the back. Yeah, just checking the chat there. Okay, there we go. All right, real time, real time. I've got like a second delay on the YouTube feed, I think. Belt buckle. Yeah, I wanted to give that sash a little bit more weight. Plus, there will be blood. There will be blood in strategic areas too that I'm going to be adding, and that will serve as a color contrast pop. So when that happens, yeah, it'll. Like, the two missing elements that makes it pop off the page are not on there. Or the two missing elements are obviously not on there because they're missing elements, right? So, yes. Get with it, old man. Rob, you don't have to do this. Yes, I do. There. Yeah, man. I really enjoy this. I know enjoying it. I really like, how it's working out. And you know what, guys? Here's the thing, too. When I say that, it more relates to the success of it. In that, like, does it look like Raiden as a zombie? And I think if most people that have ever played Mortal Kombat would look at it and say that's Raiden as a zombie, before anything else. I hope. That's what you try to do, right? That's what you try to do. That's what I try to do anyway. I try to make it look like the thing that it should look like. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, I much rather it do that than have this like excessive amounts of zombie characteristics that take you right out of it. You know, um, like sometimes a zombie effect can be subtle and it's better that way. Like it's more insidious or it's more, it's creepier. Where it's understated. Like when something's just a little bit zombie, or just turning zombie. That's when it's kind of like, oh man, it has a different appeal to it. Yeah. So there's lots of different ways. Everything that you can do can be interpreted as a zombie. Ways within ways. And again, that's why like people sort of go like, Rob, do you ever get tired of doing zombies? And it's like, nope, no, man, because sometimes again, like it's not the zombie you're drawing; it's the thing that you're drawing. I mean, you're drawing it as a zombie or the undead, but like you're trying to do a good drawing regardless, of whatever that thing is. Like whether it's a boombox or Raiden or like a medieval soldier or like whatever, like a medieval warrior or whatever, or a Pokemon or whatever it is. You want to sell that image with your art, and there's no end to the things you can do, right? So, yeah. And then with like stuff like the pinups, like the pinup divas, that was because that was born out of like, oh, I want to draw the female form. I really, how am I going to incorporate that into the zombie thing that I'm doing now? And I was like, zombie pinups, man. And it was more of like it's a life drawing that I'm just adding the zombie effect to. So I'm doing like countless life drawings, man, which is like so awesome, So that's what they are. They're life drawings, like they're from photos, the poses and all that stuff. And it's not like you can use any pose for those too. They have to be kind of like understated and more pinup oriented than overtly adult. I don't want to, get too far into the adult thing. It's more for the zombie, lovers, and again, like I think people who are gonna dig pinup art will dig that, right? And I know that for sure because if analytics, don't lie, then it's like a lot of times when the pinup things go on Zombie Daily, the views go up on those days, right? So yeah, people are digging them. So yeah, there's another like and you got to try to find a way that it fits your like artistic needs. Doing those pinups. It's like, oh, I get to do life drawing. Tons of life drawing. That's my excuse to do life drawing. Yeah, how about that, guys? How about that? Oh, oop. There. Yeah. Yeah, that looks great. I think that works. I think it works. And this drawing was brought to you by Penmark Pens. Yeah, these are really great. I love these. These are dollar store pens, man. dollar store pens, and I really really like them. I find like they stand up better than most like you know fine liners, fine liners. Yeah, I find they stand up. They're tougher. They're tougher than a lot of fine liners, and they do a really nice job. I mean, look at those lines. Look at those lines. Those lines are great. This is a like a textured surface. It's not rough, but it's not smooth either. It's not a hot press. It's a cold press. So it's got texture to it. Texture. Yeah, it's got texture to it. And these pens work really nicely on it. So, yeah. Highly recommended. There, adding those details to the amulet or whatever on his belt. That is from the reference. This amulet. And it looks like a dollar sign, but it's supposed to be the dragon there, the Mortal Kombat dragon. I'm gonna leave it. Looks more like a dollar sign. It's true, it does. I'm leaving it. Okay, so I'm gonna add. Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, look. I mean, look at how nicely this pen does that job. That nice scratchy fill line, or directional surface line, as I like to call it. Directional surface line. Yes. I invented that now, douche! I invented it! Silence! Cowboy! I invented it! But yes, that's what I use for that. Yeah, I really like that. I think that what? Okay, that looks weird now. Okay. Yeah, it should be darker. Parker. Spider-Man. Do 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 do. Okay, I can't stop it now. I can't stop it now. Can't stop the bum rush. Can't stop it. Okay. All right. Yeah, just a few more little strategic lines in here, and then I'll be working on putting the final touches. It's the final touchdown. It's the final touches that I'm going to be putting on here. Basically, the thick holding line, the red for the blood areas, and then maybe if there's time, and there won't be time, if there's time, I'm going to put in where maybe like some kind of electrical thing coming out of his eyes, or I don't know, some kind of effect. Some kind of effect. Yes, to be determined. TBD. TBD, I say. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Do I ever? Do I ever? No. Yeah, I like that, man. I really like the way this turned out. I think it's a great companion piece to the Scorpion that I did last Friday. Check that out, man. Yeah, I think it's a good. I think it's a good fit in the series. Really enjoy these, man. I think the turned out good so far. We'll see. I got Johnny Cage, I guess Goro. Uh, is it Sonya? Sonya, I guess. To do. And yeah, there's a few. There's a few other ones. But yeah, I'm gonna do the Mortal Kombat. I guess like the most popular, I guess, characters. Yeah. Which I'm not a video game guy, so I don't exactly know what that is. But I'll talk to people. I'll talk to people. They can tell me what they think are the best characters. Yeah. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll tell myself to do. Man, that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts and your feelings. Guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That would really help us achieve a loftier place in the algorithm, and reach more people, reach more folks who maybe would like to see zombie art being created from pop culture characters and everything else too. I'm going to be doing an alarm clock soon. I can't wait for that, actually. Maybe tomorrow I'll stop and settle down. But maybe tomorrow I will stop and settle down and do that. At least pencil it. And then maybe do it on a Rob Zombie or Apocalypse episode. Yeah. But at least do it. Like, I can't wait. Because, yeah, it's a really cool alarm clock. You know, like one of those old ones with the bells and stuff. So, yeah. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to zombify for sure. You know. Okay, so. A little bit more in there. A little bit more in there. Yeah, I see this is the thing. Like, I'll say probably it's done, but then, you know, in the morning I'll get up, I'll come down to the studio and go like, oh, maybe I'll put a little bit more of that in there, define this a little better, blah, 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 you know? Oh, maybe I'll add a little highlight somewhere, whatever, so, yeah. But I think for now, that is pretty much, like, well rendered as is. And now, I'll put the heavier holding line. And that should... Oh, you know what I'll do first? No, I'll add the blood first. Blood! Yeah, I'll add the blood first. Blood firsty. And I love how you can get a dry brush effect with the marker here that I'm using. Like, I'm going... like, I'm just feathering it down, and it's having that wonderful, like, blotchy, chalky effect, you know. And I love that. I love how it's sort of dirty looking, you know. You know. pops. Big time. Huh? 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 Yeah, I think so. Look at that, yeah. And you know what? Just a wee, just caked on there. Doesn't have to be drenched, you know. Yeah, I love that. I think that's great. Mm-mm-mm. And I think I'm gonna put just a wee bit of sand. Is it sand? Yes. I'm gonna put a wee bit of sand in the belt buckle. Just a wee bit, just to give it some color. Just to give it some color. Like, again, the dry brush effect in there, you know. So it's not drenched in marker. It still has the nuance of the watercolor in there, you know, for the most part. Yeah. There. I was waiting for a snap. I didn't hear the snap. You know what? I'm actually gonna use this thing. Yeah, this is an acrylic black pan, and I'm gonna use this because this line is like crazy dark and thick and mighty. Yeah. As you watch me apply the instrument to the page, yeah, you can see how like really nice and lush and thick that line is. You know? You know? Yeah. Oops. 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 There. You see that? Can you see it, brown eyes? Yeah, nice. You got a nice soft touch, and you know that sort of that brush tip is really nice. Sumptuous inking. Yeah, so nice. I'm in a fugue state. I just sort of stop and love the application of that ink there. Oops, of that ink there. Yeah, and that hand is just like really popping off the page. Which is exactly what I wanted to do. And that's what the big thick holding line does. It helps differentiate spatial relations between shapes. Also, like, obviously now that hand looks way closer. Excuse me. And yeah, so, and that's accomplished by doing that thick holding line. Now, to make it even more, I'm gonna add a wee little bit, just a wee little bit of, oh, you know what? I'm gonna add a bit of this, I think. just yellow. What do you call it? Yellow Sharpie, whatever, whatever that's called. There, acrylic, rather. And I'm gonna add some of the eyes, I think, too. Just a wee. And then kind of cover that up with a pale. No, cover that up with. Man, I just had deja vu. Ever weird. And I had it right on the live stream. So you're all part of it. You fools. You fell right into my trap. Now you're part of my world. No, not really, right? No, not really, right? I'm gonna kind of white out those eyes so that like there's just a wee bit of like yellow in there, but hard to see. Then some of that there. Yeah, that's terrific. I really like. Man, the heavy holding line really does the job, eh? Like pops that character off the page wonderfully, you know. Adds weight, you know. Definition. My definition is this. My definition. Hat. Ooh, that's a steady hand, boys. Oh man, every time I do that now, I'm like, am I gonna wipe out? And yeah, like you know what? I really hate like fixing stuff. I'd rather get it right the first time. So, like, if I go off the rails and I screw it up, I hate having like go back and white it out or whatever. So I want everything to be like one shot done. You know? Yeah, yeah. So it always like I'm always like, you know what I do? Like long, straight or curved lines. Yeah, yeah. You sort of you get all like tensed up in there. But yeah, man, this is almost done, babies. Yeah. What do you think of that? Like, what? 2 hours. 2 hours to do Raiden. 2 hours, man. I don't know. Is that long? Is that short? I don't know. You tell me. You know, people, and this is true. This isn't one of those things that are made up. People often ask me how long, and they usually say it. How long does it take you to do one of these? That's how they usually ask me, like in that way. How long does it take you to do one of these? You know, and so to which I say, well, it depends on the complexity of the thing. Usually, and I usually say like 4 or 5 hours, but I like to do this. This took. Let's say, you know what, to be transparent, because I had to sketch it. Let's say 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. So it's done. It's done, man. Like, it's, you know, again, like, there's a couple of things I'll probably end up, you know, adding or not fixing, but like adding to maybe or whatever. But for all intents and purposes, it's complete. You know? Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, man. And I think it looks pretty good. Douche. More coffee, please. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Damn it. Damn it. So what do you say, guys? You know what? I'm going to put a couple of little details in here that I don't know if they're going to work, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to put this coming out of his eyes. Yeah. What do you think, man? I think that looks pretty cool. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think it does, though. It's true, man. He's got the powers. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I think that looks okay. Electric bolts of lightning. Do 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 do. What else? Oh yes. The money sign. There. Well, tried to make him a little bit more dragon-like, but you can't really see. He's almost a glob there, a blob. There, adding a little highlights. Highlights. Yeah. Those highlights, man, sometimes they make all the difference. You know? Yeah. Those little hot spots, little hot spots. I love this pen. I love this guy. I love this pen. I love this crowd. I love this pen. This is a great pen for that. You know what? It does that better than anything else I've ever used. Of course, you could use, if you want, like a brush with acrylic and go boop, 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 boop. But then you have to clean that brush. And then, are you going to use all that acrylic, or are you going to just let it dry? Because it's going to dry. So that's why, again, I use stuff like this because it's way faster and I don't have to clean anything up. No cleanups. It's true. Economical, baby. No, but it's the reason I have this method is because when I was doing zombie portraits, it was non-stop, like order after order after order after order, like endlessly. I had to figure out a way to do that really fast. I was the only one that could do it, right? Like I wasn't gonna farm it out to other people to do, so I was the only one to do it, and so I had to figure out the fastest way to do the most, like the best, most sort of realistic illustration I could possibly do, So yeah, that's how I arrived at this process. And again, it wasn't like I read it in books. I didn't have time, man. I had to figure it. I just had to do it. There's no time. There wasn't any time to read how to do this in books. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if there's even a book like that, so I'm sure there is, but I didn't do it that way. I'm not a book learner guy. Learn it on the streets. Yeah, but I think this looks quite dandy, man. Yeah, Zombie Raiden. And I'm just saying, yeah, like, I think 2.5 hours is probably the best way to count the time for this. So yeah, man. When somebody asks me how long it takes to do one of these, I will say about 3 hours to, just for safety, you know. There. Wow, that looks great. I don't know about you guys, but I really dig this one, man. I love that like the electric effect coming out of his eyes there. Yeah, that looks sweet, man. Or as the kids say, dope or sick, even. Yeah, they say those things too. There. Yeah, man, that's tough to beat. I think it's pretty good. It's tough to beat. I think I like a little bit more blue in the sash. Satchel. Sachetto. Hey, that's me. Yeah, I like that. A little better. A little bluer. A little bluier. Yeah, just to get some blue in there, like to sort of go, well, I can't really see exactly where it is, but I know it's in there somewhere. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's terrific. I think that looks good, guys. What do you think, man? Locked in the trunk of a car doing art. There. Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yeah. There, a couple more. See, that's what I mean. Like, you'll notice something and go, oh yeah, I gotta add that, or whatever. I think there was a part 2 where I was like, oh, maybe I'll put like a sort of a, I don't know, more color in there somehow. I don't know, so maybe gray even. Oh, you know what? In fact, I've got this gray. See how that goes on there. Yeah, that could work too. Yeah. Yeah. Just to like give it some sort of movement, texture, surface, movement, a surface, a texture, a movimento. All right, so there we go, guys. What do you think? It's Raiden Zombie, man. Raiden Zombie. I think we are finito, man. I think we're done. If you don't mind, subscribing to the channel, that would be absolutely terrific, guys. I thank you for watching tonight. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back next Friday with another Mortal Kombat character to fill out the new, well, I guess sub-series for video games featuring Mortal Kombat characters. Yeah, man, and I'm really digging this series so far. I hope you guys are too. Scorpion last week, Raiden this week, and next week, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. All right, guys. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Feel free to engage. I'll see you next Friday. Until then, love